How's everyone doing, guys? Cody, guys, back again, dropping out another video. Right, guys, as you can tell from the title, I'm going to be talking today about the pending smoking ban that's coming in over the next few days and weeks, depending on which prison you're in and stuff. And just to be honest, you just need to get ready because there's going to be a lot of headlines. I've already seen a story about Havrig prison where for 9 hours there was disorder and a riot over the smoking ban and stuff. Like I say, some prisons it's been rolled out a little bit, and other prisons going completely non-smoking in the next few days and weeks. The fact is, guys, right, I don't smoke personally, but smoking and tobacco, or burn as it's known in the system, has been part of prison life forever and a day, right? It's used as a coping mechanism. It's used as currency within prison. And like I say, it's going to lead on to all sorts of problems, right? You're going to see widespread disorder. You're going to see a rise in incidents. You're going to see widespread disorder in prisons across the country of every different category. The fact is, guys, right, when people are in prison, right, you might have a niche, right? You might take drugs, right? That might be your thing, right? You might take spice. That might be your thing, right? You might smoke. That might be your thing. You might drink hooch, prison alcohol. That might be your thing. But yeah, smoking is a stress relief. Now, if you take that away from the lads, right? Obviously, anyone that thinks that tobacco is going to vanish from prisons and that's going to be the end of it, then you're very stupid people who don't know nothing. All it means, guys, when you ban something is that it becomes contraband. It's harder to get in. It still gets in, but it just makes it, obviously, you can't buy it on the canteen. It's got to be smuggled in and stuff, right? Prison officers, visits, everything else, the ways that contraband get into the prison. And the price is going to go up, right? So people are going to get very rich by smuggling tobacco into the prison. The thing is, right, guys, right, smoking, you have in prisons, right, you've got smoking wings, you've got non-smoking wings, you've got smoking wings and non-smoking wings where you've got like a mixture of the two. Smoking's not banned. It's not an illegal thing to do. And you should be able to smoke on the yard. And if you're on a smoker's wing where other people are quite happy to passively smoke, smoking shouldn't be banned. At the end of the day, it's a choice. I think it's going to lead on to all sorts of problems. Obviously, the disorder is going to be one of them. You are going to see a rise in violent incidents. I mean, if you look at the Office for National Statistics, it came out that record number of assaults, guys, in the past 12 months, 26,643 incidents. That's a rise of 20% on the year before. Then you've got to look at self-harm and stuff like that. Now, tobacco is a stress relief. It's as simple as that, right? If you're stressed, you will smoke more. Like I say, I'm a non-smoker. But like I say, you're going to see... they want to build more prisons, right? And then they want to ban smoking. The Ministry of Justice, guys, have got a self-destruct button where they want to antagonise the lads. I genuinely can't put it any other way. I see that, obviously, I can tell you straight away, I know what's going to come. I know there's going to be disorder. I know that people are going to kick off and stress out and snap and stuff. Long periods of staying bang up, guys, right? The lads are getting out for less time. Record numbers of assaults and stuff, right? 7,159 of them, 26,643 incidents were attacks on officers. Then you had 3,606 of them were deemed as serious, right? And then you're banning smoking. Honest to God, I don't know who advises the Ministry of Justice, guys, right? But it's like a red rag to a bull, right? And the fact is, right, you've got very violent, volatile prisoners. A lot of them have got mental health problems, right? They're locked up for long periods behind the door where they haven't got access to a telephone or any sort of mental stimulation. Mental health problems play obviously a massive part and stuff. But it's well known and documented within prison, if you are stressed or you are worried or anxious or angry, you'll smoke more. And the Ministry of Justice are trying to take that liberty away from prisoners. It's beyond words, guys. It really is. I personally, right, if someone's got some spice, right, and they've not got any tobacco, they'll either smoke it through a bong, or you'll get somebody that thinks, you know what, I'm going to get this hit, and they're going to smoke spice raw, in its raw form. Spice is an epidemic within prisons. People are going to prison having never taken drugs in their life and are leaving drug addicts or worse in body bags, overdoses, suicide attempts, everything, guys, that goes on in prison and stuff. People think that prisons are a holiday camp and all this stuff. These people are clueless and have really got no reality about what goes on in prison. Prisons are full of misery, death and despair. Prison starts mental health problems, but a lot of people, if you've already got mental health problems, it magnifies them, magnifies your issues. And if you haven't, it starts mental health problems. We're social people, social creatures, and been banged up for long periods of time. Obviously it germinates and starts mental health problems and stuff. So like I say, people smoke, and like I say, it's currency. People buy things. I myself have used, I've not smoked, but like I'd borrow a cue off somebody, like my neighbour. I was on the cleaners on my last stretch out Forest Bank, and I'd borrow a cue from someone. In prison, if you borrow something from someone, you've got to pay double back. So you borrow a quarter, you pay ½ ounce back, right? That's just the way it is. You borrow ½ ounce, you give an ounce back. That's just prison. It's called double bubble. So yeah, I bought things and stuff, and I've used tobacco as to buy things while I've been in prison. It's as simple as that. It's a big part of prison life, and trying to take that option away from prisoners is ridiculous. One, it's not legal to smoke, and like, it's ridiculous, right? You've got the yard, right? When you get out in the morning to go on a yard, right, depending on what prison you're in and what regime they're running, right, you can smoke on a yard, right? You can smoke on a wing. But if you're on a smoking wing, right, you've asked to go on a smoking wing, so your passive smoking is part of that, right? But the thing is, the air's recirculated air and stuff like that. But like I say, don't think for a fact that the Ministry of Justice give a shit about prisoners' health and stuff like that. Have you seen the food in prison? Have you tried the food in prison? Like concentration camps, guys, right? But yeah, honest to God, guys, right? I can't even put it into words how dangerous and how much you might, on the outside, if you've never been in prison, you think, well, what's the issue, right? Clueless. Smoking and tobacco is currency, it's a stress relief, it's a coping mechanism. Taking that away from prisoners, like I say, all it's going to do, the price is going to go up, people are going to get rich, it's still going to get in, there won't be enough, as much getting in. Like I say, it could lead on to people smoking spice or anything like that in its raw form, or they'll just use it as a bong, they'll just smoke it through a bong and stuff and get off the face that way. But yeah, guys, I really, like, I don't know what the Ministry of Justice are thinking. The Prison Officers Association apparently are kicking off, but they was for it. And now they're going to kick off because they know what's coming. There's going to be an absolute shitstorm, guys, of violence across the board. And if a lot of people smoke on a wing, imagine being on a smoking wing and you're not getting your tobacco. Or you've had a parcel intercepted where you can't get tobacco into the prison. It's going to lead on to all sorts of kickoffs and stuff, little things, big things and stuff. You look through someone's flap and they're stressed out and they're pacing up and down with smoking one fag after another, or smoking a burn after a burn after a burn. And then when, like I said, I was on a cleaner on my last stretch, so people are like, oh, pass him a burn. Yeah, I passed 27 a burn, or we asked pad 35 for a burn. So like I say, smoking is a big part of it. People kicking off behind the doors. And everything, guys, like I say, because you're taking it away. Why would you take a stress relief, a coping mechanism away from a prisoner when they're on a smoking wing, or a mixed smoking wing where it's smokers and non-smokers? I've been padded up with smokers in strange ways. I was padded up with a smoker. When I was in Forest Bank, I was padded up with a non-smoker, and then I went back again, and I was a cleaner, so I had my own cell. But one of the lads next door used to smoke in my cell all the time. It didn't bother me. Just part and parcel of prison, weren't it? It was my mate. He'd crash on my bed, I'd bang the tunes on, he'd smoke there, he'd lay there and he'd have a smoke and stuff. Like I say, people smoking weed and stuff like that within prisons. Obviously they're all banned and stuff like that, but prisons are still rife with contraband, mobile phones and drugs, and now they want to ban tobacco. They'll be trying to ban masturbation next in prison and stuff. Honest to God, the Ministry of Justice have got a big red button and just bam, and they press it, guys. I don't know, like, if they're trying to antagonise the lads, if they want to know the strange ways riot on the hand, like happened in 1990 and stuff. But the fact is, the prison system is a powder keg, and it's not if, it's simply when. There's going to be disorder, there's going to be riots, and like I say, I campaign for prison reform across the board. I do all the interviews and stuff, but I get ignored, and so do many other people like me that are campaigning for prison reform. We're not the enemy. We're trying to improve conditions and treatment for prisoners, prison officers, prisoners' families, and the Ministry of Justice to get something out of it as well. But we get ignored, guys. So, but yeah, just it's coming in the next few days and weeks, guys. So stand by for widespread disorder, violence, cell fires, riots, and everything else that comes with it. Right, guys, I'm going to leave this video here. As always, guys, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll speak to you all soon. Bye.